Welcome to Sports, everybody. I'm Chris Saunders. ZNS Total Sports has been informed that 7 current executive members of the Bahamas Olympic Committee are not taking well the statements made last week by President Wellington Miller. Those members are Larry Wilson, the Treasurer, Assistant Treasurer Diane Miller, Vice President David Morley, Vice President Anton Seeley, Vice President Algernon Cargill, Vice President Mike Sands, and Vice President Don Cornish. Now, speaking on behalf of the group, Wilson says that he agrees with the executives not voting, but the Constitution should have been amended a while back.
From day one, we were trying to change that Constitution. The President himself was the biggest objector to that Constitution getting changed. He went as far as to say in a meeting that we were trying to take away his God-given right by telling him he cannot vote. And we had to remind him that this was not a national general election. On numerous other occasions, the majority of the executives have called for meetings, have called for full-day conclaves to resolve this issue of the Constitution, wanting and intentionally intending to have that clause in the Constitution that the executives do not vote. For a period, the Constitution was held up by the IOC as they reviewed some things. But once they got that Constitution back to us, I think it was last year, January or so, so we had much time, a whole lot of time to get this Constitution amended and ratified.
Wilson also indicated that when they met last year, they asked for some other amendments to the Constitution as well.
We want to recommend to the federations that there be a maximum of 4 term limits. That's 16 years. You know, why would you want to try and, dominate an organization for more than 16 years? So we're saying a maximum of 4 years, and we're saying the key positions, the president, the secretary general, the assistant secretary, the treasurer, the assistant treasurer, you should only be allowed to hold those positions for a maximum of 2 terms, 8 years. If you can't fulfill your agenda in 8 years, come on, so we want these things included. He seemed...
ZNS Total Sports will continue to monitor this story as it develops, and we're assured that it probably will. Their elections are expected to happen sometime this year. Moving on now, some softball. Sudden Death softball playoffs getting underway yesterday at Freedom Farm. Up first, in junior girls play, St. Augustine's College, the Big Red Machine, needed extra innings to put away St. Anne's 18-17. They now await the winner of today's matchup between Queens College and St. Anne's. Over in senior girls play with St. Andrews, turned the table and also needed extra innings, this time to eliminate SAC 21-20. They now await the winner of NCAA and Kingsway Academy. Switching over now to some of the boys' action. It was a rematch of last year's championship. SAC got the better of Charles W. Saunders 2019. They went to extra innings. SAC now meets the winner of St. Anne's and QC. That going on right now. Over in senior boys as well, SAC got rid of that was senior girls. SAC got rid of CW Saunders by a score of 9-6. They now await the winner of St. Andrews and Prince William. The best of 3 championship will get underway Friday at Freedom Farm. Game 2 will be set for Monday, and Game 3, if necessary, will be held on Wednesday. Now, come this Saturday, the Bahamas Football Association will officially open its new futsal soccer stadium at Malcolm Park. That's when they take on the Jamaican national team. Game time is set for 3 o'clock, and BFA President Fred Lund says Bahamian fans can expect some really kicking competition.
We had an exciting match against Jamaica back in August, and it was a close game. We didn't pull it off. We lost the game 4-3. Both teams are very exciting teams. The guys are in top shape right now. They've all been training months for this event. This sport, obviously, we're introducing it to the Bahamas for the first time. The soccer community knows about it. We played beach soccer since the early 90s. But I think on this level, where we have these guys, some of them who are professional soccer players participating in this event, just takes it to another level. And I think the crowd is going to be pleased. The Bahamas is going to be pleased with this new sport that we're introducing. That's going to have, I guess, some very positive implications for sports tourism.
Still talking soccer now, the Bahamas Football, BFA that is, the Bahamas Football Association, their league will be kicking off pretty soon as well, and it should be at the highest level.
The league is going to be run during the summer months. Obviously, this is we're talking about the beach and the sun, the sand, the sea. But we're opening the facility now. We'll do some training now. The ladies are training right now. I think the ladies' league will kick off probably the next, well, maybe by January. And then following the grass season, which most of the guys are playing on grass now, we will start the beach soccer league along with the futsal league as well.
Any rules differ from the ones they play on the grass?
Oh, absolutely. It's a totally different game. As you can tell, the surface obviously is different. It's an uneven surface. It requires a lot of balance, a lot of strength. The game itself is only played for 36 minutes as opposed to an hour and a half when you play on grass. So there's different muscles that you're using. This game is very aerial, very acrobatic. I think you'll see a few bicycle kicks out here, a few scissors kicks, and a lot of great free kicks, a lot of great saves by the goalkeepers.
Dimension of the field?
It's 40 yards in length and 20 yards in width. And one of the beauties of this game is that you really only have 5 seconds to get the ball back in play. Otherwise, you turn it over to the opposing team. So you'll notice the game is fast-moving. It's usually high-scoring. And unlike grass, the goalkeepers play a very important role. You know, it's really end-to-end action.
Charles Fisher chatting with BFA Vice President Fred Lund. Some basketball news now. The government school basketball season will tip off on Monday, and today a big sponsor coming on board to help out the GSSA.
We realized that the tournament was coming up, and so we actually contacted Mr. Forbes and we asked him if he would be interested in us partnering with him, and he was very receptive to it. And so it was actually not a big deal. You know, we wanted to partner with him, and we felt that it was a wonderful opportunity to do so, so we did.
Vitamal came to the GSSA, and that's commendable on their behalf, and we really appreciate and thank them for doing such.
Now, senior boys will play only in the first week, senior girls the following, but GSSA President Alfred Ford says all divisions will get a fair share.
What we're doing this year, we're trying to give even playtime to all of the disciplines. And basketball this year wouldn't be drawn out as long as it was last year, even though we had to abbreviate it because of, you know, availability of facilities and whatnot. But the season this year, and I believe my friend KJ over here can attest to that. He's the defending champion, and he knows all of the teams in the association, and he knows what kind of competition he will be up against. But I think with the one round robin type of series, and we did it last year, and we had, Mr. Wisdom, the most exciting, the most profitable basketball championship that GSSA has ever experienced. Everybody play everybody once, and then we'll get into the playoffs, and then we'll go to the championship.
Again, government school basketball with senior boys kicks off on Monday.